Hello viewers, greetings my friend. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Peter Chang. I hope you're doing well in your part of the world, keeping safe during the pandemic. Right now, this raging Omicron, albeit not as deadly as the other variants, is still something not to be taken lightly. We must keep our wits about us at all times. I'm not in a position to tell you what you should or should not do, other than saying we must use our discretions wisely and keep hope alive. Together, we'll prevail and emerge stronger. This series of YouTube presentations, Communication in Action, is about the sharing of my communication work experience, or my memoir, if you like, as a career professional. I've worked in a variety of capacity in the United States and Canada for many years. My jobs always lead me to dealing with people directly, involving research and development, quality, technical service, operations, business negotiation and development, or even in my second half of my career, managing a wonderful small OEM startup company that at its heyday employed 70+ employees. Over the years, I've discovered that all communication are very similar in essence. They all share 6 basic principles or steps when people communicate with one another, from as casual as talking to your friends in a birthday party, discussing projects with your colleagues in your office, or serious as facing HR situations, to the profound duty of negotiating a major business contract for your company. The 6 basic principles are, sequentially, prepare, engage, listen, express, trade, and execute. Or for short, I dubbed it Pallet, the Pallet Way. Now retired with plenty of time on my hands, of course, I'm planning to make a series of video clips about my communication experience, and I will share them with you. I would elaborate it based on my observations and understanding of the art of communication through the Pallet principles in a systematic way for people who are interested in the subject. So, if you learn the Pallet Way, build on it, mind you, this is the very time-consuming part, plus a couple of communication tips, and over time, I believe you'll master the communication skill with ease. Now, about the contents of my presentation, the Pallet Way. Step 1, prepare. It is said that preparation makes success more probable. The more prepared you are, the more confident you become, especially in a serious communication such as the business negotiation. Step 2, engage. It is not always easy to get connected with people you don't know or people in an unhealthy environment. You need to know how to make small talk. Step 3, listen. Listening is the first step in communication, effective communication, that is. Once you get connected with someone, you need to exercise your active listening skill in order to stay connected and to understand more. Step 4, express. You need to be clear of your own thoughts before you can be clear with others. Then turn your thoughts into power words and phrases and express them with discretion. Step 5. Trade. There's a saying that goes, compromise is the cheapest lawyer. So you need to brainstorm all various options, assess them, and exchange them for a mutual agreement in order to optimize your interest and gains. Step 6. Execute. You need to think about what matters most and carry out the final options you decide to take, agreement or not. You also need to make known your next best options if an agreement does not go through. Next, soft skills. There are a couple of soft skills that I would like to introduce. First, small talk. Second, active listening. These two that I have just alluded to, personally, I find them quite useful in communication. I will go into more detail in separate presentation to elaborate them. Number 3, troubleshooting or problem solving. This is the concept that I borrow from quality control used in a manufacturing facility. It helps me quite a bit in finding solutions to the problems that I'm facing. Number 4, application of power words and phrases. These are the words and phrases that people can use when people facing certain situations, such as being criticized or being attacked. So these are the words and phrases that people can use to respond appropriately or even get the results they want. These are what I have in mind for now, and I'll make changes as I see fit. Some people say that communication is an art, which means what works for me may not always be working for you. Well, I'm not an academic, but I believe it really depends on the speaker's perception and the situation he or she is in. That being said, the Pallet principles remain true. I hope you would enjoy the presentations and give us a like. Subscribe to the latest videos. Tell me what you think. What is your communication experience? I'll see you soon. Thank you.